Weekly, your destination for all things HCS. We're back, guys, with another episode and a big topic today. Today, we're talking about becoming an identity in Halo. I've got two awesome guests, and the first one is perfect for this topic as well. The biggest live streamer for Halo on Twitch, probably the hardest grinder, I'd say, as a live streamer for Halo on Twitch. The most subscribers as well. This guy does not stop coming. The Rage Cage. Welcome, Action Man. How's it going, dude?
It's going great. How you guys all doing?
Good, man. Nice to see you. Nice to finally have you on here, man. And this stream is a long time coming. I know you've been working on this for a while. You put a lot of time, put a lot of energy into this, and I think that the result has been amazing so far. You've had some great highs as a streamer, and I want to know, where did this all start? And I've heard things. I've heard like little bits of your story of where you began, and I've heard, I don't know if I want to say rumors, but I think you've have a hell of a journey getting to this point, getting into Halo, getting into live streams. So tell me a bit about that. I'd love to hear the story. What you're comfortable with, of course.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you. But so basically, I started. I originally just wanted to go pro in Halo. I mean, I don't know. I'll answer this part of the question. Basically, you asked me at the start of streaming part. So basically, let's just fast forward to me being at my mom's house. I was in her walk-in closet and I was just grinding matchmaking like 18 hours a day solo queue. And basically I was trying to figure out how to go pro. Like that was always my dream, was to go pro in Halo. Because I grew up watching, all the Halo 1 guys, all the Halo 2 guys. I could list them all the way. We all know who they are. I grew up watching all of them. And I wanted to be just like him. That was what I actually wanted to do. Like I wanted to go pro in Halo. And so basically I was asking her, like, how do I go pro? And basically I talked to one of my buddies, his name was T-Burner. He doesn't really play anymore. But basically I asked, how do I go pro? And he told me like I would have to stream. At the time I didn't even know what that was. Like I didn't even know what Twitch was. So like basically till like a few months before I started streaming, basically I didn't really know what Twitch was. I was just told, I had just known like it's just basically people playing video games and people are watching. That's basically like the fundamental like understanding that I had of what it was. So basically I made a Twitch account on my broken iPad, my mom's broken iPad that I broke from dropping it so much. And, I took that and I made a Twitch account, and at first I didn't even know how to because I was I was once really good with computers and technology, but like now I'm not. So like basically I just was told to like link it to my Xbox. So I brought up the Xbox app, I linked it, and basically like I didn't know I didn't know what like followers and subs were like. My understanding of what Twitch was that if I turn this thing on, I'm going to go pro. Like there's going to be a guy that's going to come in. He's going, oh, come here. You made it, kid. You made it. Come here. That's what I thought it was going to be like. But that's not what it is or was. So basically what I thought I had to do was like play matchmaking to like show my greatness, basically. So I would just take matchmaking very, very seriously. 18 hours plus a day. And I'm saying basically a lot, my fault. But and then so I played matchmaking 18 hours a day, and I thought like a recruiter was going to come in, and eventually people just started asking me to play. So I thought like if I got better teammates, I'd play better and get a higher rank. And look, it eventually just evolved to me just like to summarize it, just me freaking out in matchmaking all the time because I couldn't like win. And I felt like if I didn't win in matchmaking, I was going to lose like everywhere else. Like I literally treated every game of matchmaking like it was literally like Game 7 at Worlds with millions of dollars. Like I remember like there were times my brother would come because I live here now by myself, but at first I didn't. So like there were times like my brother would come home from work and like he was just trying to like not hear me yell, but like I just lost a matchmaking game. And he would come upstairs and try to like get me to be quiet. I would just like basically we would just brawl basically. Not literally, but like it get very serious. Like I felt like, yo, this is my life. I have to go pro in Halo. So I would just
yeah,
like,
man.
just, yeah, that was,
I didn't even know that. That's actually so interesting, because I didn't know that the original objective was to be a pro in Halo. Because I think, not that you've like strayed from that, but I think you found a different calling. You know what I mean? That you're more of an entertainer, and like there's the idea of the rage cage and the fact that you can get so angry, but it's funny too. And I feel
right.
like, is that something I guess you discovered for yourself? Like, what is rage cage, by the way?
It just evolved. Like, it's just like, I wanted to think of something like to summarize it. Because at first, like, people would like tell me I'm like Dr. Disrespect, or like they tell me I'm like someone.
Yeah.
And I honestly, is a true story. I acted like I knew who he was, and I didn't know what the word troll meant either. So like when I said these are trolls lying to you, I thought like they were literal like trolls, like like a troll under a bridge. I didn't know. Like I just didn't know. It's really hard to understand. I just didn't understand it. Yeah, like literally a troll, like with teeth and like under. I didn't know. So like they would tell me I'm like this guy, but like the point I brought this up was that I didn't know what any of that was. This is just how I am. This is the way I've always been. Like, this is just the way I am. Like, I've always been this way, doing anything. Like,
damn,
that's just basically it. Like, but yeah, I did want to be. That's why I did start streaming, to be pro. That was why.
Yeah. Which I respect. And that's what I've always wanted to do too, was to start to get, to be a pro. And then eventually, you grind so hard and for so long, and you realize that maybe there are other areas where you can, kind of grow an audience in a community. And I wanted to kind of dig a little deeper though, and let me know, how much is, like I said, like what you're comfortable with and whatnot. But I think that there's an inspiring story here as well, because I've heard you have moments on your stream where you kind of, you talk about what you've accomplished and the fact that you didn't come from very much to begin with. I think you had some hardship getting to the point where you're at now. Is that true? Like I remember there being like,
no,
I remember feeling inspired on your stream at one point. Yeah.
No, I'm very open about it. I was a heroin addict for 10 years. So I mean,
like, holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a,
yeah.
And like, is that not the most addicting like substance on planet Earth?
I struggled for many. I mean, I lost all my friends, that I went to high school. I'm the only one. Like, I don't know anyone. It's very serious. Like, and it's hard to talk about sometimes, but I'm all for talking about it because, at the end of the day, I've had people, I've talked to people like in my stream, and like they've gone to rehab the next day. Like stuff like that has happened. So like, that's why I'm very open about it. Like, I'm very open about it. Like, it's just like,
right. So, not even to dig into details on that, but just, it sounds like, at one point in your life, shit was tough for you. You've been through a lot of hardship, and
I was
the stream homeless. Sounds like, okay.
No, I would share really quick. I'm sorry, what?
No, go for it.
There was like a delay. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at my face and there was like a delay, so I couldn't tell if you were saying anything. There was like an audio delay.
Keep carrying it, and then I don't worry. We're good.
All right, my bad. But anyways, I was like a homeless, like badly. Like I've been to rehabs like 30 some times. I've been arrested, 5 felony arrests, all for possession.
Holy.
I beat this last one on like a fluke technicality kind of thing. So like, I got another chance. Like, I just kind of view like this all like I just view like I got really unlucky for a lot of years, and then like I just started doing this because I just made some promises to like some people, like finally, and I was just like, I'm gonna do this, and like I'm not gonna fail at this time, and like that's why I put in the hours I put in. That's why I'm probably at like 90 plus hours a week streaming at this point, because I just like I'm a little nervous.
But that's and that's okay, dude. And that's what's amazing. Like, that's what's so unreal, is the fact that you're able to transition from something that was horrible for you and use the gaming and the streaming as an outlet, a way for you to kind of get away from it. And it ended up building something for you at the same time. And you're just kind of walking proof of the fact that no matter what you're going through, whether you're homeless, you're doing, like really, really like destructive drugs, like that can be so hard to come out of, but you're able to come out of that and be so dedicated. And I think that and also the fact that you've been telling other people in your social circle, I think, is an amazing thing too, is like, guys, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to fail, and kind of putting it in their hands too. And it's like, I don't want to just fail myself. I don't want to fail the people around me, and I think you made it such a big thing for you. And because you're able to be so dedicated and grind like that, I think that's so inspiring for people. And so that's what I wanted to hear when I said, what's your story? It's that you can come from, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can still achieve greatness if you're willing to put in that effort and just be yourself. And I think along the way, you've kind of discovered more about, who you are and what you want as a streamer. Is there like do you have like a fantasy goal, let's say, of where you'd like to take this community? And are you still interested in the idea of competition?
I mean, as far as competition go, I mean, my goal is to go. I mean, I want to take this as absolutely as far as possible. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but mainly I just want to be able to have an audience to where like I can have like a bit, like really get into a lot of people's lives and like make a change. That's kind of really what I want.
Yeah,
like, that's
and
what
I
want.
like that.
That's really what I want. That's like a big factor.
Mm-hmm. And then as far as competing goes, you have like did you compete at HCS London? Or
I did. I mean, look, the reality with this is that, I mean, I tried at first to do the streaming and like the competitive aspect both, but I mean, it was very hard to do because like I was 27 or 20 at the time. I'm 29 now, and it was just very hard to do. And I just kind of realized like there was no way I was going to be able to like play this game 15, 16 hours a day and then stream like competitive stream. It just like, it didn't organically like develop into that. It just developed into something else. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just wondering how you sleep, man. How do you stream 15, 16 hours a day? And like,
I don't.
Do you sleep?
My schedule is extreme. It's very hard. I mean, okay, objectively, I'm not, on an oil rig risking a fucking valve or risking a valve exploding, you know what I mean, or something like that. But I mean, it's still like really hard to like, I knew it's still really hard to be able to like get up because like today, like I wake up at like 9 or 10 and then I'm just like, all right, let's go back to sleep. But then my brain immediately goes to like, all right, what am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong yesterday? I just obsess over little things I can't. I've gotten better. I've gotten better, but I obsessed. I'll go into my garage and I'll just start pacing back and forth and just thinking about like, damn, what could I have done different? Did I handle this situation correctly? Stuff like that. I'm always trying to be the best me I can be. And especially, I've been streaming Fortnite recently too. So like I'll have kids in my stream. Some of my content's really not appropriate as far as like what I say. But like I know I'm a genuinely very nice guy. So like when I'm talking to the different aspects of the gaming community, like I'm trying to be as versatile as possible. I'm just trying to improve myself to improve others. You know what I mean? That's really the goal because I'm a really nice guy. I do a lot of nice things. I'm not trying to like hype myself up. That's not what I'm trying.
No,
but like I take pride in like doing nice things for other people. Like when I go take an Uber, I always leave the $10 tip. He could have driven me down the street. Yeah. Like when I go to a restaurant, I tip $30. Like even if like it's just little stuff. I don't know. I try to like I don't know. I like spreading the love because like I was just like in a bad place for a while, and just to be able to have people that look up to me and like to be able to like to change people's lives. It's pretty cool because I feel like I've been able like I'll have like to have like a fort like I'll never forget. I've had some insane like some of the moments I've had. 2 guys that went to Orlando. It was the Orlando event, and they drove from New York to Orlando, Florida. And they told me that they didn't want to meet which blew me away because every time I go to events, I can't wait to meet everyone, see all the pros. What I mean? But like I had these 2 guys tell me they were there. They wanted to see me, over them, and I was like, I mean, to have had an effect, just to even like have that be a moment, like I mean, it's just a lot different. You know what I mean? Than like what I was used to like dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing. It's changing lives. It's inspiring people to be better. And I love that part where you said just pacing in your garage. I think such an important part of improvement is constant self-reflection. Like how are things going up until now? And what can I improve? What could I have done better? And how could I make sure that I continue to be my best self? And the fact that you said that is awesome. And I think that so many people should listen to that and continue to try to improve in their own lives, whether it's streaming, whether it's gaming, whether it's hockey, whatever the heck they do, right? I think that is such an important thing that you can transition into anything. So your mindset is awesome, dude. And I want to talk about this sick brand that you have as well, man. I don't know where it came from, and I'd like to hear about where the idea for that came from, but you got this Red Bull, this raging bull, and then take a look at there's the bull right there. We're going to throw some of this up on the screen. And then on top of that, I'm now 2 months subscriber. I'm not haven't been around as long as some of the OG guys. But these sub emotes are sick, dude. I know some of these you said were work in progress as well. You're constantly trying to improve them, but like the bull ripping through the bars and the flexing and and the headband. So when you become a subscriber, you got it. So you give I guess your details on your address and whatnot. You send them a headband for the first sub. So that's like you pay $5. You get immediate value. Like you get a headband and you totally part of the crew. So tell me, like, where did that come from? The idea for the brand and transitioning it up to where it is now.
Basically, I'll give credit to where I'll basically say what the sweatband thing started was. I used to match Ogre 2 and tapping buttons and matchmaking. And when I did, I mean, I knew we were going to lose the game, and we always did, right? But I just figured, like, I just didn't know how to, like, reach out. Like, because this is a guy, you know, let's say Ogre 2, a guy that, like, we all know who he is. We all know we all know who he is in Halo. And, like, here's me, this guy who literally just got off the west side of Chicago. And I can't, like, get FaceTime with him. So basically, I got 15 seconds to give him my rundown in this lobby. And basically, I would just say, get your sweatband on, blah, like, just kind of like, you know, get hype for the matchmaking game. And then we get the absolute shit kicked, or we get absolutely destroyed. And basically, I mean, this is when he used to play the game a lot. So we'd match all day, and like he could never talk back. But basically, he would hear me through his speaker, and it started like I just figured like, oh, like, and then I remember there was one game I was like, I remember like one of my buddies said, like, you remember get your sweatband on. I was like, all right. And then like I was playing an Empire game, and like if this is when Saw was on the map, the Saw was, and like I remember I picked up the Saw and I got like 15. I had so many Saw kills. And like a guy in the game live was like, "Wow, those guys are playing with sweatbands on their heads." And right when he said that, I was like, "Dude, I want to try something. I want to try this." And like I just started working. And then I went to. I remember I went to the day. I went to the store with my dad, and I bought 3 sweatbands. There's one original one somewhere, but it was the Jumpman. It was a black Jumpman one, a red Nike. A red and white Nike flippable one, and then a black Under Armour one as well. Okay. But I quickly realized, even though I wore them for months like an idiot, they were like literal sweatbands. So like, I mean, I would take it off, my head would have the cotton marks, and like I'd literally be like drenched. You know what I mean? So like, I realized that like I can't wear this, so I figured like I may as well put the brand like on that, like I may as well just put my emblem on that.
And then where did the Red Bull come from, the emblem?
Okay, here's where I started from. When I first started playing the game, I saw the bull and I got the bull true metal, and like I'm a Chicago guy, like I was kind of like I'm a Chicago guy, so like that's how I like recognized it. But here's the catch: I'm not a Bulls fan. I mean, I'm a Chicago guy. I root for their teams, but I could care less, like, to be honest. And, you know, I've been to 2 Super Bowls, and, you know, I'm a big sports guy. Sports growing up. I used to love sports, though. But, like,
so did I. But now gaming's taken over, dude. Yeah.
It took over. So now I just kind of, like, utilized it. So then, like, but then I realized I didn't want a bull. I wanted, like, a bull beast. Like, and, like, I wanted to represent, like, overcoming adversity, overcoming struggle, and, you know, willing to go the extra mile. Like, that's, like, I wanted you to look at it and be like, whoa. I think Riley Sykes made. I think he did a great job with it. You know what I mean? I still want to tweak it a little bit, but I mean, overall, this is a really it's a nice start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like it looks awesome. I think it really showcases like confidence, aggression, like everything, but that has to do with, you know, the rage cage. It emulates that perfectly. And then the headband, dude, that's like an immediate feeling of community. And I need to make sure I get myself a friggin' headband too, because now I'm 2 months in, I still haven't sent you the details. So I'll make sure to do that and become a part of the crew. But like, I just love that. You immediately are welcomed, you know, and I think that's so important. And at the same time, the brand the power behind even the color red itself is pretty dope. So that's so sick. And speaking of rage, and speaking of some of your like most hype moments as a streamer, there's one clip that I want to showcase really quick. I know Tony can throw it up for us. This is one of the most hilarious clips from you. It's your recent one on your Twitter page. Let's show it right now.
Bleed my own blood. Oh, there he is.
Bro, he just peeled Aaron. He destroyed him.
No! 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 No!
Good job.
I love it, dude. That's like we've all been there before. That's the thing, man. How did you feel that? Like, is that true? Okay, so it is your like true anger coming out, or do you even like? Do you
I was literally that pissed that time. I'll tell you why I was literally that pissed that time. That clip was against Evader, and that kid is a god at H3. Like
yes,
like,
yeah, the 10 cents god, right?
H3 since H3. Like he's really, really good. So like I've been matching him all day. I've been matching him literally like this is like when the MCC patch got updated, and I was literally matching him all day. And like I finally had like a clip where I was gonna like I was gonna assassinate him, and like I was gonna like because I knew it was him on a Smurf. So I was gonna get this clip, and then I get a ghost melee, and then like he eats 1,000 shots and just like
no, you know you got
huh.
Yeah. So okay, so that melee, you know why I think that melee whiffed? The melee range in Halo 5 is like 2 or 3 times the size of the Halo 3 melee range. So that's why I feel like when you got that melee, it felt like you got cheated. Because if you were playing Halo 5, that would have worked 110% of the time. Because it's like half a sword lunge in Halo 5.
Right.
In Halo 3, you got to be close. Like there's a lunge, but you gotta be pretty close. So I think it was like it's that transition over too, and just that on top of like it felt like it should have worked, and then the shots after the guy jumps out with the sniper, and that's like that's the career ender when you're like I want to shut off my box, toss it out the window, like I'm so done.
I was so devastated at that moment because like I know sniping is hard in Halo 3, so I'm just like oh dude, like
on top of that too. Yeah, and that's the thing is I feel like we've already kind of touched on this, and we're going everywhere with the conversation, which I'm totally cool with too. But I wanted to say like, why do people watch Action Man? No, because that this is awesome, dude. I think that we're kind of covering it, but maybe there's a couple other things you'd like to provide. But like, what do you think is like the unique value that you offer, I guess, as a personality in Halo Twitch? And I think that clip kind of summarizes it too. But anything else that you'd like to add?
I mean, basically, I just kind of like I'm just 100% me basically all the time, and like with that, like I just get really mad like when I play games, and like I don't know, like other little thing. If I stub my toe, I'll be like this, I'll get mad at the door, or like if I like just like I don't know, it's just I can't explain it, but like it's just the way I act to things. It's just like I don't know what to like say about it. Like I'm just basically me. You know, and like sometimes I get like, a lot of people show a lot of love. So like I'll get overwhelmed. You know, I got a lot of guys I look up to, like they'll just be in my stream hanging out. And it's just like they show so much love and just like it's just like so I just display it all and I'm just me and I just get really, really, emotional or really upset at the game. And but at the same time I'm a very genuine guy. So like I'm basically just like, I don't know, but I feel like there's something special about me not being a pro. So like my greatest thing that worked against me it's kind of like, well, yeah, I'm not a pro. And I'm probably never going to be a pro. But, like, here I am. You know what I mean? So I feel like that could just be, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to be, like, the best. You know what I mean? You just have to put in work. You know what I mean? Just be you. Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. Like, and, like, people will notice, like, I mean, this is a lot of love. I don't know. I'm just me. And I'm a grateful guy. I'm just me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that's important. I think that's also because you kind of realized who you are and what you do best, right? I think that's what kind of holds people back from streaming too, is the fact that like everybody thinks they need to be a pro to be somebody as a streamer, but that's not really what it's about, right? I just think that that's huge that you play into your personality, right? Because that's the other side of it. That's the other side of adding value as a streamer is you don't have to be the best player in the world to get into it and get on that grind and find out what you have that's unique, right? You got to put in that effort too, though. And that's one thing I want to talk about as well. Have you hit level 152? And have you hit it more than once? Is that true?
There's people that say, look, we don't have an accurate number. No, I don't have 2 level 152s. I do claim to have the most. I know I have the most arena time in Halo 5. I know that's a fact. I'm 100% certain that's a fact. But I mean, there's like literally 1 or 2 more guys that may have more time than me. But what people don't know, I'm a level 152 here. Let me check my exact stats on my main account right now.
Guys, How many hours, how many games does it take? Because I was trying to look it up on the internet. I think it's like 30,000 matches or something nuts to hit 152.
Oh, wait, I
Like, there's
can't
no.
wait. This is on my stream. I have 161 days on this account alone. That's just this.
And that's
account.
not even your only account. Yeah.
That's no. I know. I got me and my buddy Austin. We took a rundown, but I mean, I have a lot of time in Halo 5. I mean, a lot of time. I remember I was making new accounts because I don't know why I made so many accounts, to be honest, but I made a lot, and I would rotate them. Oh, I cared about my rank. That's right. I would get one account to like Onyx when I thought Onyx was a big deal. And then I'd get on another one. I play that one on Onyx. So if I got to a diamond on that one, if I got trash talked in game chat for going neg 10, I'd be like, oh, dude, my main's an Onyx. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And that actually is a big point there too, because I think it's, the Onyx champion hitting that, that threshold is kind of what encourages you to grind as hard as you do, right? I think that helps you as a streamer building that community, knowing that your ultimate goal is like, okay, I'm going to hit Onyx, I'm going to hit champion, I'm going to get these skins. You know what I mean? Finally, they introduced skins. Maybe it's too little too late, but on the Halo 5 grind, now you can play, 300 times, you get like a sick skin at the end of the road, right? Right. Which actually I think is an important point here too, because now we're in kind of a gray zone for Halo, as you know, as you've been talking about on your stream. They're working on MCC. They're Halo 5. We have no idea what the heck is happening after Atlanta, if anything at all. We're still trying to figure that out. So what, now we have some skins. What do you think, and this could be a long list of things. Maybe we'll just talk about a couple. What do you think they could add or change to help build this Twitch community? Should they be taking their focus off MCC and focusing on Halo 5? Let's just talk about all this stuff.
I mean, at this point, I just feel like we just need to get people into Infinite. I just feel like Halo 5 did a lot of great. And Halo 5 to me was a huge success. Not just for me, but considering I never even played in the Halo 4 era, but to be able to have some of these tournaments I've been to have been awesome. Seattle World was amazing. All the tournaments were fun. I've made so many friends and memories. Halo 5, I feel did a lot. But at this point, it's just I mean, a lot of people want the older school Halo. Me personally, at this point, I don't care. I'll literally play whatever Halo everyone wants to. Whatever makes the most people happy, I'll literally play. I just, I would just, after having all this time in Halo 5, it'd be nice to have a new game, but I do still enjoy playing Halo 5. And, and if the titles do get switched over to MCC until the next event, I still will play MCC. I'll play whatever. I'm a Halo guy. I love Halo. Halo will always be, at least a part of my life, and always somewhat, because I love Halo. I'm a Halo guy.
Yeah.
Halo.
Hell yeah, dude.
Played it.
All right. Yeah, man. And I respect that. It's tough though, right? The community is in a tough position. They're trying to rebuild MCC and I, not to get into the whole thing, but I've heard some of the comments that you have on MCC and I agree in some ways too, man. Cause I think that as amazing as Halo 3 is, as amazing as that entire franchise is, despite the fact, Halo 4 was a weaker title. It's tough to go back now. You know what I mean? It feels good to play. It's nostalgic. You can remind yourself that these are still amazing games, but they've seen their time, you can feel the age on them when you play. And sometimes it makes you wonder, is 343 focusing their resources in the right place? Now that they fixed MCC, are they going to keep working on MCC? Are they going to give us, updates for H5? I don't know. It's a weird position right now. And I feel like H5 with all this dead space, they're going to have to do something, or people are going to go to Call of Duty, right? Especially after
definitely. I know off the top of my head, there's multiple top pros that, either don't want to play MCC or, so they're going to play. So if they don't, it basically is if you don't, look, but we don't know anything, but if we're assuming that it's going to be MCC, I know there are some players that, don't want to play MCC. So it's I don't view it as them going to COD. I just view it well, there's not going to be any more Halo 5 tournaments and they don't want to play MCC. It's kind of should they just not do anything for a year or two or however long?
There's no world where that can happen, they have to keep making tournaments. Even if it's maybe they're not $1 million prize pools. I feel like people who are oh, Halo's done after Atlanta. I feel like if 343
they're going to have more tournaments. They will.
They're going to have to, right? There's got to be more.
No. There's going to be more tournaments. They just haven't announced which ones. I'm saying I know if it's not going to be Halo 5, there's going to be some players that are going to play other games. You know what I mean? In a survival sense.
Yeah. So moving on to Halo Infinite, then let's say Halo Infinite drops. Like, what should Halo Infinite have to really build a successful Twitch community? Do you have any like ideas or things, like, especially with all the time that you spent streaming? Is there things that you think are really lacking or missing that you would love to see?
Biggest one to me is they got
where do I start?
The PC. We're getting a PC title. To me, that's paramount. Throughout the last year, I've learned, or 18 months of streaming, I've learned a lot. I mean, I really have. I mean, not a lot about the technical aspect of computers, but a lot about all the other stuff. And I've learned that it just they're like consoles are just kind of like, as of right now, like we don't have that raw title. Like, I mean, to bring it back, and like things are just kind of like everyone has a computer. Maybe not everyone has a PS4, Xbox, but everyone has a computer. So like the PC title to me will allow, like, if you think about it, there's going to be like 14-year-olds or 15-year-olds that might play Halo Infinite that don't know anything about Halo, period. By the time Halo Infinite comes out, there might be kids that don't know anything about Halo. They're going to go to their Windows. They're going to open this game. They're going to pay for it. And they're going to make a judgment call if the game is good or not. Like, if it's a good game. You know what I mean? Like, if it's the people say, oh, Sprint Classic. No, like, to me, like, a good game. Like, it can be a good game with Sprint. It can be a good game without Sprint. It just needs to be a good game, preferably before 2046.
Yeah, seriously, dude. We have no idea when it's coming at this point. All I've shown is an engine demo. I have heard, and I'm not 100% sure in this, I think there's a big Xbox event coming up at the end of this year. So that's something I think that would be worth. Hopefully, like, they're going to find some way to talk about Halo at whatever this event is coming up. I wish I actually could, like, it's not coming into mind on what it's called, but I think that that's one opportunity. Whatever they do with E3, like, we're all just praying that they're going to have it by 2019. But if that's not the case, like, that's a long period of Halo 5 at MCC that we got to fill. But I think, yeah, you're right. Is just landing it on PC is a great way to kick things off. I think they need more reasons to grind, right? Like, we need more skins. We need more reasons for you to get on that game and be like, right?
Content, dude. Yes, like content. Like, dude, I'm not trying to like bring Fortnite into this or anything like that, but like game developers that take care of their game. Yeah, like
constantly adding.
Yeah, and you know, it's a reflection because you can tell other games they care. Oh, we don't want this. We don't. I'm not saying we can do that at this point of an Xbox exclusive 3-year-old game, but I'm saying for the future, like for Halo Infinite, like Pat, like we need this, or have a forum like constantly where people are updating with a mixture of pros, non-pros, community members, this, that. Oh, this is working. This is not working. Like more like prioritized feedback, like community, like feedback, like response, like more incentive. Right? Like the skins is a good idea. Stuff like that is a reason. Oh, this is cool. More armor, more custom armor. Unlock these achievements. I don't know why I put my hands up. Unlock these achievements to get this armor. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah. It's like they have an opportunity for such a platform here. And I know people are so worried about things like microtransactions and having a live service, but and I think microtransactions in this day and age are obvious, but the idea of a live service I think is interesting because I'm hoping what that means is that there's a direct communication between the community and the people making the game, and that they're just locked in and they're constantly adding more and innovating and updating. And I mean, like Halo 5 had something right at least with the fact that they gave us all the free DLC, despite the fact that nobody really liked the DLC maps, but they were unleashing content at a steady basis, and the only things that you paid for were things that didn't really matter, right? So if they can maintain that and give us a service, just have a more direct layer of communication between the community and the developers, and really facilitate that, I think we can have something amazing here. Like I think, and people are worried about this discussion of sprint versus no sprint, but what I'm hoping is, what do you think about the idea of having, because Infinite sounds like anything, like it sounds like infinity, like so why can't they make a title that's flexible? You know what I mean? Hopefully they can make a title like, because everybody wants to experience Halo in a different way, so maybe there's a way that, like, this new engine, can they build maps on this engine that are easy to build and that look exactly the same as like anybody else's map? And does that mean that you could build maps for classic style and advanced style, and like anybody can do whatever they want, and then the pros assign like a specific subset of like, these are the mechanics that are going to work for pro scene. And then they go with that. And then if you want to play classic Halo and whatever your thing is, you can build that, it's flexible. Like it's all there from the get go. I think if they can have a platform like that, the sky's limitless. Right.
Right.
So.
I just feel like there's a huge potential like for Halo Infinite. Yeah. I feel Halo because like if you see any big YouTuber, any other really big streamer, if you ask them, oh, where did it start? How did you start? What game did you play? They all say Halo. They literally all say Halo. Like literally they all say Halo. So it's like, dude, getting huge people back into Halo with hype behind it, big money prize tournaments, proper competitive settings at game release or near perfect or near release. Okay, maybe the game, maybe we won't have it the first month, fine, right? But like right or like as soon as possible, like get a fully functioning a game that people want to get on. Like I still want to get on and play this game, I still do. But like if you can get everybody to want to be able to get on and play this game, like oh dude, I'm trying to go pro in Infinite. Make people in other games, I want to make it in Halo, like, and that could be that if the game is good. I feel Halo has huge potential because everybody wants a PC released Halo in a well-released Halo that unanimously most people like.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And I think, and that's hopefully when we get there, it happens. And up until that point, we got a journey here. And Halo, as we both know, going through those kind of dark times right now, but you're still streaming. I think you're proof of the fact that regardless of what state Halo's in, there's still opportunity. You can still build a community. So just kind of closing out here, I want to know, do you have any words that you would say for somebody who can't put Halo down? Even though Fortnite's out, even though there's Call of Duty on the horizon, they still love Halo, they still play Halo. What would you say, I guess, as words of encouragement to get them streaming and to get them to start to build a brand? Because there's never not an opportunity to do this stuff. Like I think there are always going to be people who are passionate about Halo. I think you can always get started. What do you think?
I think Halo is a phenomenal way to get started.
Yeah.
I feel like this game, I feel like what I would tell that person is that it will pay off when Halo Infinite comes off. Like I always talk about, like, we'll have our time. We'll have our time. We might have to wait, early 2020. I mean, I don't like saying it, but if that's how long it takes and if the game is good, we'll wait and it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of like, I would tell them, get in now, because once Infinite comes out, everyone's going to be there. Oh,
exactly.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Infinite's going to be that time where like, oh shit, oh crap, Halo. Let's play Halo. People
now Halo matters.
Playing to play Halo. Now we matter more than the other games. Like that's literally the potential this next game has, like in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, so if you're passionate about Halo and you can't put it down, then you can just get started. You know what I mean? It's like, Halo's dying and certain pros aren't playing, but that means that it's a blue ocean, man. Jump in and start something and kick off that community so that when you do jump into Infinite, you can jump in with a foundation, and you can be 100 viewers, 200 viewers above the guys who waited for Infinite before they got started with their careers and their ideas and whatnot. So I think you're a perfect example that I hope that you keep grinding, because you're one of the main dudes holding Halo Twitch together. I mean, even just getting onto this stream, you were on #1 on Halo Twitch. So man, keep at it. I'm confident that Halo is going to make that upswing again. It's obviously when the new game drops, that's it. Like that's another big moment for Halo, and you want to be there when that happens. And I want to see you there when it happens, man.
Of course, I'll be there. Yeah. I really appreciate this. This was really cool. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much. If you have any shout outs, and where can we find you? Of course, we're already on your Twitch. Some people are watching it on your Twitch. But where can we find you? Twitter. I know you have a YouTube page, which I think you should upload more to, because you have an opportunity there as well.
I know. I am working. I'm going to be doing better with YouTube for sure. But basically my Twitter is, @ActionMan, as you can see in the back. That's how it spells.
Yeah.
And my Twitch is the same thing with 2 more letter N's added to it. And my YouTube is the same way, original Action Man. And that's it. And I mean, there's just like, as far as the shout outs go, it's like there's like I don't want to sit here and list 1,000 names. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many like people, the entire pro community, the entire Halo community in general as a whole has changed my life. Every single one of them knows who they are. They're all. I'm a very grateful man to have so many amazing people who have come into my life and changed it, and I'm eternally grateful. And I just want to know, like, I love everybody. I love them all. I love you all. I just wish if I could jump to the camera and give you guys all a hug. Everyone, doesn't matter what game you like, how good you are at whatever game. Just know I care, and that you guys are all the homies, and I love you all. You guys have all done so much for me, and I really appreciate it.
Man, the rage cage on the outside, but you got a soft heart. I love that, dude.
Yeah.
We're all, yeah, man. And that's how you build communities. So, Ben, thank you so much once again for coming on the channel. And thank you for talking about this idea of building an identity in Halo. And I hope that you continue to grow that. And I hope that we see other people join the fold. Thanks for having me. Or thanks for being on the show, man.
Of course. Have a great day, guys. Take care. Blessings. Love y'all. Have a great rest of the day. And I'll see you guys around for a long time. Yeah. Love you guys.
Yeah. So guys, super inspiring, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter where you start. Action Man's proof of that. Like, no matter the hardships that you're going through, the difficulties that you might face, if you're passionate about something, if you're passionate about Halo, and you're just able to commit that time and that effort to achieving something, I think you can still make it happen. Then that's why I really wanted to get him on this show. I think that Halo, despite the dark times that we're going through, there's always that light on the end of the horizon. There's always the next Halo title, and I think that all the time that you put in grinding and building a community now will serve as a precedent, as a foundation for that. So thank you guys so much for this, for just joining me on this whole discussion. And I know we have Musa planned for our second interview today, and I'm not sure if that's still happening, unfortunately, guys. Okay, I'm just getting the message now. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. Hopefully we can get him in a future episode. And yeah, we'll just close it here for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us on HCS Weekly. All of the information, everything you care about in HCS. We will be back next week with bigger interviews, bigger content, guys. So much planned, especially on the road to HCS Atlanta. We'll see you later. Have a good night.